Planet Coaster 2 came out over 2 months ago now, which feels like so much longer ago and also like yesterday. But when the game officially released, there was a lot of stuff missing and a lot of bugs. A lot of them, in which over time they have rectified and gone back and fixed a lot of these things, added some new things, even made a DLC with one of the most requested roller coasters finally added. And as much as that DLC itself was pretty controversial, they did say that from that point onwards they would be focusing on free updates. And today we have our first look at a timeline of future updates coming very soon. From things being brought over from the old game that we weren't expecting, from other things being added that we've been wanting for ages. Returning rides, new feature on the water slides, everything like that, and we have all of it here. And I'm going to go through it today. So if you do enjoy this video and you want to stay up to date on all the latest with Planet Coaster 2, then subscribe if you aren't already. It'd be greatly appreciated. And I'll tell you what's greatly appreciated, these updates. So let's just get straight into them. So basically, if you are unaware, as I said, the game released. No way. And there was a lot of mixed reviews, as said, and they sort of went back, changed a few things, updated, added things, and they've sort of got it to a point where it is running pretty well. There are those few things that are still yet to come and that are yet to be fixed, but they will be coming in these updates I'm talking about, because they have released a brand new article on their website saying about their brand new spring roadmap. No, not just a map of a road. That wasn't funny, but an entire look at what we might see in the future for this game. And it was interesting, so I thought I'd make a video on it because I haven't done one of these since the game first released, I don't think. So welcome back and Happy New Year! We're thrilled to kick off 2025 with a look at our spring roadmap, starting with Update 2, which will arrive in February. Obviously, Update 2, they haven't just done an Alton Towers with Secret Weapon and just skipped out Update 1 and just said, oh, Secret Weapon 3 can be the first. We had Update 1 in December, and that sort of fixed a lot of, I guess, the flume physics slightly anyway, and added quite a few different changes that were very beneficial to the game experience. But also in this sneak peek, we're going to see what's coming beyond Update 2 as we head into spring. So is it a spring roadmap, or is it a before spring with sneak peek of spring roadmap? The below lists are non-exhaustive and we're continuing to investigate crash and bug reports. Okay, that's really good to hear. And they'll be sharing a full list of changes with each update. If you want to hear about those updates when they do release, stay tuned, subscribe. But here on your screen right now is that roadmap, that timeline. And as you can see, we have February, March, April, and May. Update 2 in February, Update 3 in March. Would you believe it? Update 4 in April, and oh my god, Update 5 in May. And the first two are filled to the brim with different things, but April and May, in April it's under construction, and in May we're getting a mechanic. Woohoo! But April will have new features, but we'll get onto that later. Because this February, in literally under a month's time, potentially, we're going to be getting all of these exciting things here. Now, a lot of these are from the first game or things that just need to be fixed. So I guess this is just another free update to sort of bring the game up more. Don't think that made sense, but oh well. We have some adjustments and enhancements with guest navigation, multi-select notifications. Oh my god, the notifications one. If we can turn notifications off, that will be amazing. Because if you haven't seen, I'm making a custom park, and the amount of rides in there right now, every time one tests round one time, it'll say, it's now ready to open. Yes, I know! So I pray we get the chance to turn that off. Ongoing guest economy and management enhancements, and ongoing stability and performance enhancements. That's really good to hear. The main thing about the performance and stability that I've realised anyway, is my game keeps crashing quite a lot in the space of a short amount of time, and then after I get into my park, it won't crash for like a month, and then it'll repeat the cycle. I have my fingers crossed that that gets sorted in this update. But along with that, we have some very interesting stuff about new / renovated rides. We have a returning flat ride from the first game called Pathos 3, which is this thing here. It's like a top scan, but 3 arms. And it goes up like that and then just does some weird, I don't know. I've never been on one of the things, but it looks like a wind turbine, so I'm down for that. And the other thing there is stock coasters. Stock coasters. What does that mean? Now, at first we were very confused, but Planet Coaster very quickly came to the response and made a response confirming that it will be those themed cars that we have on some of the coasters being completely sort of made plain so we can theme them up whatever way we want to. And that's really good to hear. I mean, I've looked through some of the coasters in the game. You have like the Dragon, like the Junior coaster. That would be nice to have a fully customizable train now. The Vekoma coaster with the plane. That's so annoying. I hope that gets taken off in this one. And there's loads of other ones as well. The creativity knows no bounds. And along with that, the main thing they started with was notification settings on and off. There we go, confirmation, thank the Lord. Interchangeable coaster cars, which is really, really good to see. If you don't know, Planet Coaster 1 used to have that. You could go into the customize menu on your coaster and just change the train to whatever you wanted. Obviously, within reason. You're not going to be able to put a River Rapids boat on a bloody roller coaster. And that's great to see brought over, along with synchronized coasters. That's really cool too. I don't really know why that wasn't in the game originally, but I'm happy it is. And a huge feature that's coming in that February update that everyone has been waiting for is the custom speakers and custom video billboards. We've been waiting for that since the game came out, but at least we are getting it now. It's not been too bad without them, and I'm very curious to see how it works for console players, if it does. I have my fingers crossed it does, because that would be a big shame if it doesn't work on PlayStation and Xbox. But I'm sure they'll figure out some way of doing that. Moving over to March then for Update 3, or should I say sliding over to March, because first of all, the adjustments and enhancements, we're getting ride attendance, we already have them. I read that wrong. They're enhancing and adjusting ride attendance. I don't know whether that means their physical form or how they work, but I assume the latter. Ongoing guest economy and management enhancements and stability and performance again, so they're just fixing things that go wrong on the game in general. In the ride section here, we have another returning ride that's going to be announced at some point in the future, and Stock Coasters Part 2. There aren't really that many coasters that have an insane themed train in the game, so I don't really know what Part 2 could be. But then we get to the exciting features. Making career maps available in sandbox mode as starting layouts. I think that's quite a cool idea actually, because I remember in the career mode, there's a sort of really cool map called Don't Look Down. Wonder where that was inspired from. But that map has a very cool looking setting, so you can now use that as a sandbox mode starting layout. Maybe I'll use one of them for a future park in the future. Scenery rotation toggle, I'm a bit confused as to what that is, because there's already a scenery rotation toggle, but I guess that exists. And here we go with the flume updates. If you aren't aware, Planet Coaster 2 has water slides, and as much as that was the big new feature in the game, that's probably the one feature that had the most complaints. It's strange when Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 21 years ago did it better than this game did. 21 years ago, that means I'm 21 this year. What's happening? They are actually updating that physics engine for the flumes a whole lot more than we could have ever imagined. Because as you can see from this animation here, they're going to be making all of the raft flumes bottom sort of curved, round bottomed, that's the word, and have it so the flume raft boats actually do deform as they go left and right on it. And there was quite a funny little clip of one of the raft flumes with the physics going way too fast into quite a circular bowl, and it just did a loop-de-loop. I kind of like it. But along with that amazing update, you've got guests jettisoning off of flumes, which is basically them just flying off if they go around a sharp corner and it's open. And like I said, with the looping thing inside those bowls, more varied movement of guests / rafts on special pieces, which is what I just said. But we may have gone through the entirety of those two that are actually there, but there's actually quite a few things more that we have to discuss. One of which being a written statement below these different timeline pieces, where they said, "We also know that many of you are keen to see some of the themes from the original Planet Coaster in the game. This is something we're actively looking into as a part of these free content updates, and we'll have more to share on this in the future." Again, a massive complaint with the game when it first came out. In my opinion, wasn't that much of an issue. I really like the new themes, and I think they work better than the old ones, and I think it was right to change it up. But having that confirmation that we could get them back, the old ones as well as the new ones, amazing. I will not be complaining one bit. But guess what I am complaining about? The fact that in April, they did a little drop down thing that says update for April. I was thinking, oh my god, they've leaked it early. It just says new features. Give me everything. But we're going to get a sneak peek at some of this in late Feb, so subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the coverage of that. And also make sure you stay tuned this week, because the biggest episode of the Custom Park series is going to be releasing, where we name the park, show you loads of different things that I've done, and go through and open the theme park as well. That's coming out on Friday, so yeah, stay tuned and thanks for watching.